Imagine being so good at your job that your company asks you to take a pay cut. It happened to my next guest, and he says it was a blessing in disguise because it taught him to never depend on a single source of income. He's here to talk about how passive income changed his life and how it can change your life too. Stephen J. Davis is with Total Wealth Academy. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so you're former military. Thank you for your service. But then you became the top salesman at your job, riding high. All of a sudden, salary cut that kind of sent you into a tailspin.
It did. I mean, they literally sent me to Hawaii for a week, made me feel like I was so good at my job. I felt job security. I felt like I had it made. And when I got back, they cut my pay by 20 grand a year. But it, like you said, it was a blessing because it woke me up and I began looking for other ways to make money. And about that time, I came across a comment from Warren Buffett who said, never depend on a sole source of income, a job.
Yeah.
Always invest to create a second stream of income. And I found out that 70% of the millionaires in the United States used real estate to build their second stream of income. So I decided to do the same thing.
Yeah, because when we depend on that one job, we're more vulnerable.
It's high risk. If your sole source of income is a job, you're in the highest risk position in the United States.
Yeah, and it's interesting because a lot of places where we're putting our money for saving it for retirement, for example, those companies are using our money to buy real estate anyway, right? So
that's exactly right. When people put money in the bank or they put money, they make a insurance payment. Mm-hmm. Those banks and insurance companies are going out and buying real estate with their money. That's passive investing. So people should just start passive investing themselves.
Yeah, you know, we've looked at the markets over the last couple of years have been a little crazy. So Erica says, I lost 30% in my 401k last year, and although I'd like to invest in real estate, I'm worried it's too risky. How do I know I'm not going to lose everything? A lot of people gun shy right now.
Yeah, I think people need to understand that first, everything is risky. Everything. There's no such thing as a non-risk environment. Everything that we want out of life is on the other side of risk. Mm-hmm. So there's no way to avoid risk. But real estate is lower risk than, say, the stock market, mutual funds, gold, silver, crypto, because it makes money in both the up and down markets.
People always have to have a place to be.
You got it.
Yeah. All right. So there's like single family homes and apartment complexes and things like that. But there's other parts of real estate where people can invest in as well.
That's right. Our members are buying self-storage complexes, senior living complexes, hotels, strip shopping centers, and of course, apartments and single family.
All right, you have another question from Jason. Jason says, I have 5 rental houses paid in full and would like to invest in more real estate, but I'm out of cash. Any advice? Well, what's interesting here is he's paid off everything.
Yep.
With your members, we're investing in it and getting part of the rewards.
Yeah, the answer for Jason is you need to consider selling those houses and going and buying an apartment complex. When you've got that much equity sitting there, paid in full houses, that is what's known as dead equity. Your rate of return is going to be very, very low. Once you learn how to use leverage, mortgages, he can go out, sell those 5 houses, and tax-free, it's actually tax-deferred, he can take that money and go buy an apartment complex, and he's pretty much finished.
All right. Total Wealth Academy, how exactly do you help us to figure that out? Because a lot of us are not experts, obviously, at real estate, but what you're saying sounds good.
We are an educational and mentoring program, and that's what we do, is we walk people step by step through the process. Like Jason, we would teach him exactly how to evaluate those homes, how to sell them, how to buy an apartment complex, and walk him straight through the process, whether it's active or passive.
All right, who is this for?
Anybody who's dissatisfied with their financial position. You say, a lot of people in their 40s are really waking up now and going, man, I've worked 20 years, I'm not in the financial position I want to be in. That's what Total Wealth Academy is here for, is to help them do things differently the next 20 years so they get a different, more beneficial result.
All right. If you'd like to meet Stephen and his team and find out how to build a second stream of income, sign up for a free sample class at totalwealthacademy.net or give them a call at this number, 855-576-7325. Again, that's 855-576-7325. And remember, Total Wealth Academy teaches people how to build wealth and get peace of mind while helping and serving others with real estate.